Once you looking that way or acting that way, you gotta perform.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
He mentioned that in the book too, but that's the thing though, and that it's kind of a fucked up thing because I can see myself going to a doctor that's tatted up to the fucking to the top of his neck and not having an issue. But
But
the way
yeah.
society sees it is that's a fucked up thing. And the crazy part about it, I watch Patch Adams today, and that's what get that also playing to that type of shit.
Mm,
Because Patch didn't give a fuck about being how serious a motherfucker like when he just want to be fucking a good person to his patients.
yeah.
Y'all ever seen that
Nah,
with
mm,
Robin
no,
Williams, Patch Adams?
Patch Adams, no.
Yeah,
So then let's carry
them
on to the
old
next
ass
thing.
movies.
I think he brought up something about he talked a lot about his grandmother and his grandpa and their relationship, and there was an interesting dynamic that came up, and I think we talked about this before. Is once again controlling that perception in order to make sure that she didn't feel like he was doing something that he wasn't doing to. She gave him the check. She would give him. He would give her the check so she would know exactly what's going on in the situation, and it wasn't up to him to explain. She had to deal with her own perception. The reason why you don't have a great dress is because this is what we're dealing with. So you want to eat or you want to look good. Pick one. And
Mm-hmm.
that control dynamic. Are there any concepts of that or anything like that that we do today? I think the thing that I do this the most is like coming up now with selling the house. People talking about let's put 15,000 of equity into the house, and I'm just like, do you want to sell the house? Or you want to make it look better because there are people who are gonna buy the house as is. So like, do you want to keep the house and rebuild it, or are we just trying to get rid of it? Pick one, because like I don't want to waste $15,000 dressing something up just for someone to come in and bulldoze the whole house. Now we look
Yep.
goofy.
But you think somebody want to tear the whole house down?
I think they're gonna do a restructuring. They want to build stuff that'll make people come to the suburbs. They got the casino coming in Homewood. They want to build a bigger Target, an Amazon plant. They want to build that ultra fast train line from Green Bay all the way down to St. Louis. They need places to build that.
They want to make the red line longer so poor people can get to the burbs. They trying to get niggas out the city, so you
They
good with the
really
way your
is.
house look. So once that's their plan. So they don't give a fuck how nice it look out there. They just want to get niggas out
Yeah,
of
but like
here so they can fix it up.
so we got there's 400 houses for sale in Cal City.
Yeah,
On my block there's five. One lady has her shit going for $253,000, and I'm sorry, no one's buying that house for 253,000. A 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath in Calumet City where there's no Chick-fil-A, Target, gym, it was is what's going on in River Oaks? Was it what? Does River Oaks even have a functioning? There's no Sears. Like, what are they trying to sell here?
well, Sears, where's Sears at? I think they all done now.
Oh, they're Dillards now.
Uh-huh.
They've become Dillards, or Dillards bought them. So, like for me, the casino they're building out there seems like a great thing. But like, what are we trying to accomplish here? Like, what are we trying to do here? So that I think that's the one time that I use that motto. Does anyone else use this motto where they have to put the person their person or their people in like full view of what's going on, so there's no questions of decept, full transparency.
Mm. Nah, we ain't selling no houses or nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it
we
don't gotta be.
selling the
It don't gotta
streets.
be. It don't gotta be houses. I don't gotta be houses, but like you
Nah.
can use the bank account analogies. Like, how many of us would be willing to share a bank account with our partner so the partner knows what's going on?
I do.
Well, it ain't no problem with getting a shared bank account, but
I,
the accounts gonna have like separate for me gonna have separate fucking uses. So if like we have a bank account, we gonna have a bank account for bills, we have a bank account for vacation, we have a bank account for shit on saving, and we got a bank account separate for
That's the
everything else.
that's the only way it works for real.
Yeah,
Yeah. We got joint and separate,
yeah,
and then we do monthly. We do monthly talks on spend, just so we stay on the same page.
yeah. And but you always can have like that's why you have that separate account for what you want, whatever you want to do with that money. So you see me show up with a Bentley, don't worry about my Bentley.
Well, word.
You gotta worry about the Billy,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
you don't
why
just
you
look
got
what
so much more money than me right now?
that ain't
That's
look.
crazy.
Hey, we work different. He work 100 hours a week, bro.
He work 100 hours
Only
a
50
week.
of those, only 50 of those hours going into the shared bank account.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Don't worry about my
If I work, nigga, everything over 40 is time and a half, nigga. An extra fucking
I wish.
60 hours of time and a half would make me not work 2 weeks. I would work 2 weeks a month.
2 weeks a month.
Where?
Like, oh, hey, I'm gonna give you those sailor hours. You know how they go out there for a month, then come home for a month. Them dangerous shit.
Them things
fishing jobs.
hilarious. How do like one more thing that I really enjoyed doing. He talks a little bit about his workout. He doesn't talk as much about it as I thought he would, but one thing he does bring into question is how to get people to take you seriously through non-intimidation factors. And I think this is something that is very important, especially for Black men dealing in the social settings of the Western world. I loved how he talked about this because these are tactics that I've used for the longest. I think whenever I come into a hospital room, being a 6'5" brother, talking about I'm about to put my whole arm in your chest, it makes people naturally unsettled around me. So I think one of my favorite tactics to use is the familiarity, and it involves you doing a little bit of extra work, but gaining people's trust, but getting them to take you seriously. During the pandemic, this was a world of issues. I just stopped arguing with people who would be like, "No, I'm not sick. I don't have COVID." Okay, you're coughing up blood and fragments of your lungs, but if you feel safe to go home, we could definitely give this bed to someone else. And the lack thereof of trying to convince them that something's wrong was so powerful. You know? So, how do you get people to take you seriously without physical force?
I'm sarcastic as fuck. I don't think nobody ever takes me too seriously. I feel like it's hard to because I'm gonna joke when a motherfucker dying. I'm gonna joke. You know what I mean?
Don't invite this man nowhere to a funeral. Don't invite this man to no funerals.
Hey, look, man, I saw this video of this dude going up to his buddy house. His granddaddy died that day. He brought a box of whiskey. He was like, what's up, man? You still sad about your granddaddy dying? He was like, come on, bro. He was 92. He like, I still feel sad. I can feel sad. He like, man, I didn't want him to die. Like, I mean, you didn't want him to die, but man, what was going to come? And he had a box. He was like, I got this box because it reminded me of granddad. Did you cremate him? And he was like, no. So he was like, okay, that looks like a casket. He like, reminded me of granddad. And the dude just couldn't do shit but laugh, bro. He was like, come in, man. Let's have a shit.
Oh man, the things that I worry about canceling us, I have no fear when as long as Black is here. What about you, Rob?
Nobody's gonna take me serious, bro.
What's the way?
This dude joke way too much.
What's the way of getting people to take you seriously, or take control of a situation?
Knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you speak, make it count. Don't just speak to let people know you in the room. Speak when you add value.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like far too often, and I see this a lot in my profession with minorities. When we get a seat at the table, we be talking. They're just like, man, people can see you here.
Yeah.
They can literally see you.
This is a thing I did for sure.
You stand out the most. You ain't gotta say nothing.
You ain't gotta say a goddamn word.
And then every time you open your mouth, you gotta say something stupid, man. Like, shut up.
Just listen.
I don't know what they talking about.
Oh man.
Using all these big words they just looked up on Chat GPT and shit.
Using them wrong.
Using them wrong. Oh man, that's a good one.
even if I'm serious at work, I'm being sarcastic. So like if we talking about something real serious at work and we talking about issues where people fucking up and stuff like that, I'm gonna sarcastically say how somebody's fucking up. Everybody's gonna laugh, but it's gonna be true. Like let's say I'm talking about the supervisor, somebody they'll do something real stupid, or there's something that they didn't do they were supposed to do. Like I told them a couple weeks ago, we had trash cans were full. Now, mind you, like trash cans full for a week. I told them, like, yeah, these trash cans are full up here about a few hours. They need to, somebody need to come empty these bitches out. The next, I wait the whole week. Like, yeah, anything else they got? I'm like, shit. I'm just wondering when you're gonna get that trash picked up. And after a while, I just start throwing trash right on the floor, bro, and I'm just making jokes and shit about the supervisor. Until they saw all that shit, because they know we not picking up no trash. That's the laborer's job. And they only working Monday through Thursday right now. So I'm like, all right, cool. Thursday come, like, yeah, y'all know y'all got a day before I start throwing more trash on the floor. It's coyotes and everything out there. Y'all be seeing on my videos. I'm just throwing all kinds of trash on the floor.
Speaking of paying your way through, he talks a little bit about bootleggers in this chapter and how he uses this circumstance. And dare I say, to revisit the conversation we had before, how this is one of those situations where he actually made the plan and it made sense. He saw the value of having people bootleg his stuff to garner buzz and bring about interest about it. Do we feel? Oh wait, before we even talk about that, I love the story about him and Bruce Willis about the whispering thing to make people come in closer and garner attention. I love that about him. I just wanted to say that about that. But what like he's talking about basically using unethical means to get a buzz or a prop. Is that a fair assessment? Like what do you feel is an unethical thing that you probably do to garner the appropriate response? Because every time he talks about trying to make money with these companies, they don't take him seriously until he decides to do something on his own to add buzz, which was leaking the album and having these bootleggers sell the album. That should have hurt him, but hearing how the buzz garnered more attention and information and people were looking for it, it showed outright how strong it was. Like, what other ways of manipulating the system to get what you want out of it have we thought of?
Oh, but that was a mixtape of his that he put out like an album, and did it that way so he can have buzz when he going to the label.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah,
kind of like what Master P them used to do, but Master P was just going out and he was actually just selling their own albums as like bootleggers were doing. So 50 took that and made it to some New York type shit. He got a photo shoot for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what House of Gucci did. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie, but like part of the family was mad that they had people that was making knockoffs, and then the head of the family was like, "Nah, let them make the knockoffs. That's just gonna make people that can't even afford us want us." So.
And then how see how his boy was like, these motherfuckers selling your album, and whoop one of the motherfuckers.
Well, he punched him.
They did more than just punch them, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody just punching nobody.
Anybody just hit one time.
Yeah, he was loved the fuck up. He's not selling 50 shit no more.
And then he said he went back and bought two. He went back and bought two out.
That whooped him came and bought two.
Go back and buy two.
Yeah, CDs was motherfucking $2-3 back then.
Yeah.
You was getting 2 or 3 for $5 and $10, bro. They're like,
I had to go back and buy.
Got lumped up.
My fault, bro. 50 said.
50 said.
Motherfucker, what people selling it? Yeah, boss like, yeah. Like, man, I got beat up for selling this album, and then that same dude that beat me up heard it was like, fuck it, I gotta go buy something. That's how good this album is. They will hurt you a deal about it.
Oh my god.
Shit,
Oh man.
And then you got a bunch of ways on that perception thing. He was talking about how perception backfired, like Prodigy, how Prodigy was known as a dancer like Pac was, but like just being artsy. Like people are like in the hood are scared to be themselves. They were back then.
Yep.
Up
Yeah.
No,
until
they
I
still are now. In a
no
sense.
no Lil
No,
Wayne and
bro.
Kanye West made it okay for rappers to do so much other shit.
Yeah.
Because that would not be a Young Thug without
That's
Wayne
true.
and motherfucking Ye.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
Once look, people wearing backpacks back then, but Ye made it different because he had the polo on.
Yeah.
there's literally
So you had
rappers with
they got the backpack
like
rappers.
finger
Yeah.
polish.
Yeah,
They have
had niggas
weaves in
wearing
their
two
hair.
polos at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah.
With the lines in their head.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Wayne had niggas like able to be gothic. So they was like, all right,
Yep.
now we can do everything that we
Yeah.
wanted to do growing up that wasn't okay. Cause it like you'll see that in the suburb, but niggas were not gothic in the projects, bro.
Mm-mm.
When I got out there to the birds, I'm like, there's a whole new type of life for black people because you're able to do so much more that you were able to do in the city.
Yeah.
Even on certain blocks and certain areas, you wasn't about to be freely yourself. It was one gay dude in the project. He wasn't the only gay dude, but he was the only one that was.
He was the only one that got caught.
Like felt tough enough to
He
be.
probably
gay.
could fight too.
He could.
He was fucking
motherfuckers up.
See?
He was fucking motherfuckers up, bro. But he also had a brother that was with us, that hung with us. So he wasn't like alone, but he was fucking motherfuckers up. And he was making niggas was calling him like he was making motherfuckers call him Brittany because his name was Bruce.
Hey, why you out here putting people out here, man?
Oh, nigga, and that nigga ain't never been in the closet or shy about shit.
Oh, hey, that's good. That's good.
Because he could fight.
Man, hey, you could do a lot of things when you can introduce violence. We love that.
Yeah. When you can stand up for yourself and nobody can't like. Cause all the motherfucker got is words. Really, it ain't like motherfuckers just gonna beat up on you because you were who you what whatever they was. Like certain places you get beat up on. Yeah. Shit, you damn near you still be like that probably in Jamaica somewhere. You ain't about to be open in other countries.
Yeah, man. You bumper clot. Wait to be this. Okay, here was a great thing. I actually paused the audiobook when he asked this question. How would you make if I gave you $1 million and told you had a month to make $2 million? But if you didn't make it, I come back and take it all away. What would you do to make that $1 million? And I paused it and I sat here and wrote down like 14 ideas. And then I hit play and listed his idea, and only out of the 14, only 3 of mine would have even came close to that. And it's kind of crazy because it absolutely is true, but it's just the difference of what happens when you know what to do with money versus when you don't know what to do with money. A true conversation people need to have is about financial literacy. And I think a lot of people think when they hear the word financial literacy, they hear, oh, savings and this. We don't really talk about how to multiply initial capital or multiply your internal revenue. And there's people on this call who are owners and people who have owned property here on this call. I was just curious to know what you guys thought about this question, and if you had a way of making $1 million with $1 million to have $2 million in a month, what would it be?
I think first thing that popped in my mind, are you wiring me this $1 million? Because I'm gonna need the wire and I'm gonna need proof that this is a loan that I owe you.
Yeah.
Then from there, to his point, I'm taking out micro loans legally. I'm gonna take out 500,000 here, 500,000 there, and I'm gonna spread it out.
But remember he said that's what he said do too though.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he's like you go to the bank and it's a lot of like these financial gurus on YouTube that will tell you when you got some money, open up separate bank accounts and then get more loans from them. And then like when you buy property, use that property out there to take some of that equity out and do more. That's they always they act like they tell you some new shit, that's some unheard of shit. It's like I'm gonna tell you something nobody ever thought about before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When all these rich people been doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Forever. And poor people can't do it because they poor. They don't even have that kind of money to do it.
To do it.
They will have to take their little $4,000 fucking income tax to separate banks and like let me get $1,000. And for the most part, banks ain't really trying to give out $1,000.
You think it's 4,000 to get 1,000? That's crazy.
Yeah. But remember, they don't like giving small loans out to
They
us,
don't. They
especially in
don't.
like and got like in the hood. You got to have a credit union to get a personal loan.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd be like, I want $1,000 to open up a business. They want you to have a business plan for $1,000. Man, give me that fucking $1,000. It's $1,000. Boosie was giving that out for people showing they pussy online.
It's crazy, but Black makes a great point here. Black makes a great point here. You have to literally reverse that thought process in your mind. You will get more money by actually pushing the envelope than trying to be conservative. By being by taking the offensive, you can gain more money there. And it was and I just the way I divided my list up, I had 14. Out of the 14, only 8 of them, only 6 of them were offensive things. The other 4, the other remaining were just me just trying to make money. Or I was like, okay, stock market, 13%, that's 13% on the year. So 13% of $1 million, that's not going to get me 2 million in a month. So it was very much so to think offensively. When you make money, if you want to make money, you have to have an offensive mindset. People who are trying to save money don't have any intentions of being rich in their lifetime, which is fine. You could be you can give something to your kids that you didn't have, right? But when you're thinking about making money, you got to be on the offense.
I feel like people get lost in trying to get this extravagant life instead of just trying to get to where they can get. You know what I mean? Like everybody can't be rich, man. It's not even possible. Like fucking, especially when you don't do nothing. Like you work at a regular job, and you think like somehow in 5 years I'm about to be a millionaire. I do construction, man. I ain't about to be no motherfucking billionaire. Like I can make some money, buy some property and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I would still be making like a quarter mil to a half million, and I would be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need to make millions and millions of dollars a year because I'm not planning to spend. Like, why are you trying to spend all that money? What you gonna do with all that money?
And I feel like what blows my mind is to your point on everybody want to be a millionaire, right? People will turn down a job making 150, 100, 150 to 200,000 a year because they're not making $1 million a year, right? And it's just like you pursuing that $1 million a year job for 10 years. That's $1 million right there.
And what also kill me, like when people talk about they wouldn't do that. I can't stand when somebody say they wouldn't do that. You don't have a job. Do something. What do you mean you wouldn't do that? When I first got the job, people were like, I wouldn't work. I don't know if I could work those hours. Like, what do you mean? Y'all don't even make that kind of money.
So you still on your mama couch, man.
Yeah, not to be like your mama don't make the money that some of these construction workers make. Why wouldn't you work those hours? Like,
yeah.
Even if you only working to buy you some packs, nigga, you can get you a whole pound instead of an ounce. McDonald's job. I'm gonna work at McDonald's for a week and get their little ounce, and they quit. You could have been working doing something like this, and you could have had you some pounds. At least go to jail for real.
At least go to jail for real.
He not encouraging people to sell drugs.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying, Black, this ain't your platform. Black, this is not your platform. Come on now.
You get the same amount of time as this nigga with this pound, and you only had a half pound. You might as well have a pound, my nigga. Not having a lawyer is gonna get you that time. That this pound. The nigga with the pound might get off because he got a real lawyer. That public defender about to get you 3 years off a quarter ounce.
You mean 30? You mean 30?
30.
He'd be like, damn, nigga, I ain't even have more than Jeff, and that's who sold me the shit. Now you snitching. Anything you gonna Jeff already copped out for probation.
Was there anything else in chapter 6? All right, let's start with chapter 7, and he starts off by talking about Oprah, which I think is hilarious.
Hey, I didn't even know. Like, I now I gotta go back and watch the Oprah interview when she went to Hunger 50 because I don't remember her hang with any rappers.
Was there anything else in chapter 6?
Let alone 50. Did she go hang with Jay-Z?
Yeah, she hang with Jay-Z.
With Jay-Z. Gail just interviewed Jay-Z.
That's true.
But also Jay-Z probably wouldn't have went to Oprah back then either. Even if she gave him the opportunity, he wasn't. He was like, "Fuck that." He wouldn't have did it.
Yeah, probably not.
But I like how 50 like discovered the way to get on, basically dissing everybody, even his own team. Just let him know it's not like that. It's not like
But
I'm like
even
a
Jay
kid with
Z,
this. It's just a
even Jay Z made fun of that and was like, there's in his rap verse he mentions like, yo, uh, building this controversy in order to make small like just a in the moment profit is not a long term plan. And if I was listening to profitability between the two, Jay Z would be the person to prove this plan. Longevity
so
does
he was
speak
talking about
the controversy
the
between
fake beef that him and
yeah.
Kanye made up, and they planned to it. So without that fake beef, 50 wouldn't have did nothing. Versus make that beef made him sell. So like before that beef, he wouldn't have sold because his team wasn't promoting his album like that. So
He ain't
the
had the budget.
yeah.
Really?
They had the money in the budget. They just wasn't putting it towards him. They wasn't marketing his shit. Remember, he was saying that, and then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do this with fucking Kanye,"
Yeah.
because Kanye fucking had that because Jay Z was in charge of Def Jam at that point. He only did shit on JG only was CEO at Def Jam for a year or two before he gave it up.
Mm.
And in that year, he did that shit with Ye them. So fucking without that, 50 wouldn't have sold what he sold with that album. So it worked out for him.
He still lost, didn't
Yeah, he
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
he?
But
Yeah,
that's what he said. He said he lost, but he won
he
because
won. Yeah.
he wouldn't have fucking
So
sold
what?
nothing like that. Yeah. So I like it though. I like, but
I remember that shit too.
yeah, the way he get, yeah, hell yeah. But the mixtape wise, because you don't like, we don't really recognize 50 mixtape game like the mixtape industry recognized it. When they talk about great mixtape like artists, 50 is at the top. You know how they say it was Lil Wayne and them, but 50 is always in that top three with them. And most people who really listen to mixtape, they always say 50 on top because of how his mixtapes were. And I ain't know that until like fucking past few years of people arguing over rap. Then you got to go back and check this stuff. Like, damn, this nigga 50 was going crazy. He really dissed everybody in the hood, every rapper, and he was dissing everybody. He said, "If you ain't my friend, I'll make you my enemy." Because nobody gonna talk about somebody that they don't really care about. But if they hate you, they gonna talk about you. If they love you, they gonna talk about you. But if they don't have no feelings for you at all, they ain't gonna bring your ass up or think about you. So that beef with Oprah kind of helped him out.
It definitely
Can't be friends. Why can't we be enemies?
Why can't we be enemies? But this is also when I started to say like his trollish behavior. This advice that he's giving in chapter 7 particularly isn't going to help anybody other than 50 cents.
It ain't gonna work for everybody.
It's not gonna work for everybody.
Everybody plan ain't gonna work for everybody. Yeah. So you got to figure out what's good for you. He always said it. He say, "Look, I ain't telling you this what you should do."
This won't work for most people.
Yeah.
This will work for like a select handful of people. Like it wouldn't work for me. That's why I was listening to it. I'm like, I'm just not built like that.
What would you be selling to do that?
What you mean?
You like, motherfucker ain't got insurance, I'm gonna break their legs. Now they need insurance. I mean, like, what you like? Like, how could you?
I mean, insurance ain't the insurance ain't the end game, man. It's just
no. I'm just saying. So I'm saying, how could you put that? How could you even put that into what you do?
I mean, being a capital investor, you can always put that into what you do, man.
I'm saying, give me an example, because like for me, like doing construction, I'm not gonna knock the corner off somebody's house because I end up having to pay for it. Like,
I mean,
and build it. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, man. It's like Shark Tank. It's like Shark Tank. That's what capital investment is. It's Shark Tank.
How could you place that into your shit, hero?
Oh, for me,
it's people ain't getting surgery. Can you fucking put something in their body that make them
see the thing for me. I think, and this is where I think a lot of people is on. You want to answer the problems of an industry that creates problems. I know as long as Frosted Flakes has sugar in it, people gonna have diabetes. People gonna be sick. People gonna need medicine. So as long as people do what they do, they always gonna be sick. That's whenever I tell my director, go fuck yourself. I feel comfortable with it because I know in all 50 states they have hospitals, and all hospitals need someone to take care of the sick people. It's just how the money works. So like I'm very uh lackadaisical when I come into somebody's room and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be served by you." Hey, I get paid the same amount. If I could go home earlier today, that makes me no difference.
I do the same shit with customers, boy. Oh, you don't want your car insurance here? You raising your voice? All right. Hey, look. What other agents you want to go to?
Mm-hmm.
You don't,
Mm-hmm.
you leaving State Farm? Oh, that's cool too. Like I just need you to send me a letter saying that you canceling, and hey, bygones be bygones. I don't care.
And
You
and
know how
this
many
is
people drive cars?
and this is the thing that's
You know how
crazy.
many people drive
But you
cars?
can't. And he says this earlier. Don't take it personal because if I get called in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about a patient's down, and I show up and I rush in, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Where we at? And it's the same motherfucker who walked out on us earlier. Ain't treat ain't treating him no different. Hey, get his ass on the table. Let's go. And that is the true version of myself that I admire the most. The version of myself that saw the dude say, he left AMA. I don't want any treatment. I don't want any service. I'm leaving on my own power. Hey, God bless. Turns out he didn't get that blessing. Now he's back. Yeah, let's go ahead and get him on the rack. Put him up there. So, like,
Yeah.
you just
You know
can't
how many
take
people
personal.
told me they canceling and they still in my book of business? I done told them like, all right, like, look, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
see him go nowhere. Never.
canceling insurance is a process, man. People ain't trying to
Yeah.
put that work in.
It
Nah, they
is a
not.
process, or you could just what I would do is just take my card out and change it.
That's that's fine. I mean, you could cancel. You got to go find some more coverage, and then 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna be always cheaper. So now
Mm-hmm.
you mad at me and spending more money. Now,
Mm.
hey, go
Yeah.
crazy,
Go crazy.
go crazy. Hey, if you got to prove a point, and like Hero said, that same customer come back and say, "I want some life insurance," we gonna sit down. I'm gonna have a whole conversation with him. I like nothing ever happened. All
Mm-hmm.
right, hey, you was having a bad day. Shit, that's cool. I ain't never let no customer get me off of this. I'm right here. You're not gonna argue. Argue with you for what?
Another thing that they talk about in this chapter is challenging yourself by putting yourself near the best people. This is something that, especially in my younger years when I was in heavily into sports, that I craved. I always wanted to go do a training camp, with the best competitors. So there was a defensive line camp, that everybody used to go to in Illinois. Everybody, like, they'll have the best defensive linemen go there every year. And I went there the first year, competed with them, and I didn't really feel myself getting any better. The next year, I went to go be in the summer camp with all the offensive linemen, the best camp for all the best offensive linemen. Because I don't play against defensive linemen, I play against offensive linemen. And right now, I have all the best offensive linemen in one place. And if you've done anything in the football world or practice world, you always want to compete or practice at full speed. That's what every coach says. Practice at full speed. What better speed than having the best people in front of you to compete with? So that was like one of those things that I took from this, that I always I relish in that. Like, I not only going to go find the best, but going against the grain when you're trying to find the best. Anything you guys can compare with this?
I don't know. I do it with my daughters. I can't really say I did it as much as myself in sports because I wanted to, but my parents weren't moving me around like that, taking me to no camps. But with my daughters, when I noticed their gymnastics classes, it's kind of like starting to plateau out. It's time to go to another one, or it's time to hey, y'all gonna bump them up a level? Nah, okay. Well, this day last week here, and we gonna go find another facility. But they probably they'd have probably been to like multiple places by now, multiple different levels. So
Mm.
I do it with my
So
girls all the time.
when it comes to that, do you change based on their trainers or your kids' ability to learn?
Their ability.
of the
Their
trainer?
ability, both. It depends.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, when do you, like that's what I'm saying. When do you change it up? Because what if they
So
are
like,
trying to teach them this stuff, but they're not catching on?
oh no, that's never the problem. That ain't been the issue yet.
Okay.
That's just how, especially my oldest. That's just how good she is. Like,
Yeah.
really, she need like really. Only thing I'm waiting on right now is like mentally for her to be ready to do competitive
Yeah, because
gymnastics.
some of their stuff, some of the
She,
kids stuff be their confidence. Now,
yeah.
if you see that your kid don't have that type of skill or talent for whatever sport they playing, do you be like, all right, let's do something else?
You got to do something else.
Yeah, but she ain't been there yet.
I ain't talking about you got 30 kids, bro. I'm just saying, will you be willing to do it?
Well,
Because a lot of people let their kids do it whatever they want, even though their kids
nah,
suck. Like my daughter was just on a basketball team.
I'm not.
Half the team
I'm
was
not willing
chubby.
to do that. I'm not willing to watch them be bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not willing to pay money for you to not enjoy what you're doing.
Hey, that's right.
Okay.
Well, not even so much enjoyment for me. Like, you can enjoy it too, but if there's no effort, I don't even want to see it. I'm not going to the game.
My kid's competitive like me. Like, they're not gonna enjoy it if they're not winning.
Yeah.
Just
see, and that's something that was strange about me. I never really cared about wins and losses, but I was so good. People were always, that was the most frustrating thing about me with coaches. I didn't care about wins or losses. I just cared about winning each individual action. So, like, I'm very curious if your kid thoroughly.
That's on you though for football, especially.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You only can win your at your position because you can't control the whole game.
No, absolutely.
At your position. Only
that's why
has a little bit of that type of power is the quarterback.
Or the
but he can control how many points the other team score on his defense. So if he get 50 touchdowns and they get 52 touchdowns,
it's
a wrap. Able to do what he was able to do.
Yeah, it's a
wash. So wins and losses in your sport is complicated.
For sure. That's why wrestling was my go-to sport. Like I made no qualms about it. That no, my favorite sport is wrestling. And anytime somebody asks me why, it's me versus whoever dares to step on the mat. Yeah. That was always it. But I am curious.
Whoever does.
Because football and basketball, you got to go off all the players, the coaches, the refs. It's so many people that involved with you win or lose in that game. It's not just on you. Even if you're the best player on the court, but they be like, "Oh man, they lost. That's your like." It really ain't just this one person's fault. That nigga ain't get a foul. He been choked up. At one point, the way they was disrespecting D-Rose in the league was crazy. Bro. After he was done, like he was getting his ass beat on the Knicks going to the paint. I was like, y'all are not watching these games because they was disrespecting my boy.
Here's the question I want to pose to the group: if your kid liked the sport and they were passionate about it, they loved it, they were involved in it, but they were just dog water at the sport, how long would you commit to supporting that idea of them continuing that sport?
I don't know. Do that exist?
Am I paying for it?
You're paying for it. You have to.
No. They don't think they're going to look. For me, it's okay as long as you don't think that's going to be what you do for life. If you're just doing it just to have fun, occupy your time, that's fine. But if this not what you plan on doing for a living, I'm not doing
the travel and all. Basic high school shit.
Oh no, some stuff ain't traveling. That's what I'm saying. If y'all suck, y'all ain't traveling, bro.
Yeah.
Travel in the country to watch you be bad.
Like, teams don't travel that suck, bro.
No, I'm saying my child.
That's what I'm saying. But like, in order to travel, she gotta be on this amazing team.
No,
you don't have to be. You don't have to be, and you could be the worst player on the team. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that team is good.
You know how many teams it is now? Like, where it just parents paying. They gotta do something with the money. Yeah. You gotta do something. What you mean they traveling? My kid not traveling in their son. It's just not.
Like a big thing out here in the Bay with the parents is it's parents out here with like two to three kids paying 12 to 15. I'm gonna get ready. But I'm on the team, and it's just like I'm not doing that, man.
I'm not doing that, man. It's different out here in Georgia.
If you're not good, nah, man. I'm gonna take that 15,000. Where you want to go? What vacation you want to go on? You gonna spend 5,000 on that?
We gonna do some other shit. Because watching you be bad in sports, that's bad for you and me.
Are they bad because of their effort or what you're doing?
No, I just
all of the above.
It's just, no. It could literally be. It could literally be you just.
About it
yeah.
right now with my son. Like if he ain't got it, like she's like, you gonna pull the plug? I'll be like, I'm gonna have to. Like, 'cause I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead, get him a game, sis. That's why I'm saying about a lot of people's sons. Like, get him a PC. You just don't know how great he about to be as a streamer. If he can't do nothing, I feel like he can play that game.
He can play that joint. Hey, son.
Hey.
We invested. We gonna have all the screens. We gonna be locked in. You feel me?
You guys are so bad. Oh my god.
He don't have to go out on the court and stumble over himself. He ain't gonna be that kid. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna mess up his confidence. Like that's not good for the confidence.
Y'all the worst.
So y'all like me as far as you can't be what you like. Everybody can't be what they want to be.
Facts.
You only can be what you're able to be. That's for me. That's the only thing you can do is what you're able to do.
Look, if you love it that much, come to the crib, practice. We'll try next year. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this year, I'm not paying for you to go be bad.
So what? If your son is really good, but he's 5'4", and his senior high school, he wants to go to the league. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You only can do what you're able to do. That's what my thing is.
Yeah, that's different. That's a height thing. I noticed I wasn't gonna be tall and play basketball long ago. That's why I quit freshman year. Like, I'm never gonna grow. Like,
no, but you're 5'10".
I'm 5'10".
Isaiah Thomas.
See, my wife family, they got height. So I agree. I told her that she know what was going on. So hopefully my son gets some of that. I'm praying for.
I really didn't think you guys were this bad.
I have as many options as possible.
I really didn't think.
The life. There's only one kid for me.
If he ain't that bright, we gonna work on the physical. If he ain't got the physical, we gonna play some chess.
I really did.
He's slow and weak.
Oh God, why are you putting that on people, Black? God damn.
I said in the beginning process, I gave him as many options. My wife and I, we went to the same university. It's not easy to get in. He got mental. He got options.
You got 17 kids, bro. All 17 ain't gonna be as smart as you.
Yeah.
Hey, they might be smarter,
Hey, his kid number. His kid number. 17.
Every time I say it, it's a different number.
Update.
Hey, somebody in the chat said if your kid is both slow and weak, there's always politics. That's out of control. That's out of control. That's out of control.
You don't even know how you got a fucking speech impediment still make.
There we go.
Hey, that's Special Olympics is a real thing too.
Yeah. But how much money is in that for the kid?
There's money. Fine. That's fine. Yeah. There's sponsors.
But politics is definitely we don't even raise politics. Like I don't even know somebody that's raising a politician.
Raising a politician. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
That's crazy.
There was a question. There was someone who asked me this. There was someone that asked me this question the other day. It was like, what is the job? What job application do you take, or what courses do you take? Political science, but what job is it for you? Like what 10 years of experience do you need to be a politician?
It's a popularity contest.
It is a popularity contest. It is.
It's who you know. It's who you know. Like, all right, cool. This dude cool. Let me put him on.
My mom was the school board president. They asked her to be the mayor of Calumet City. She was like, nah. Like it's a popularity contest. Like,
that's interesting. That is interesting.
You go from being the mayor to being, in the circuit court or whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then just keep on moving up if you that type of person. Then one day, like Barack Obama, you all of a sudden a presidential candidate.
Off of the muscle.
That happened so quick. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, man.
Who? He was down there talking. He was down there talking in what's the state capital, Illinois? The capital.
Springfield, bro.
Springfield. This dude was down there in Springfield talking in the main circuit court on the House floor with only 3 people listening to his speech because his ass dry as hell. He'll talk for hours. He was in there talking. That's when he got a call. He got a call talking about they think I'm putting you as a front runner for the Democratic Party. and he finished the speech. I was like, this square of a man, but damn it, he did it.
Nah, he was cool. Like, that's one thing he was cool. Brock was cool. That was one thing that he had.
He
That
did
nigga
have
was cool as
swag.
hell.
He had swag.
Yeah. That nigga wore a tan suit, bro, and fucked the game up.
The whole world went
The whole world.
That's how you know he was black. When he changed the suit colors, like, yo, that's a nigga. That nigga he changed the suit color. He didn't wear a presidential pin before. He had the craziest political downfalls.
Hilarious.
What was one of the other ones? If we can't be friends.
I don't know. He was talking about his women after that. Chelsea, what's her name? Chelsea Handler. He was talking about her and that.
No, I think one thing that was interesting that he talked about in this chapter. So he talked a little bit about how, like, starting off in his career, he's I'm gonna go against everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, once you on the other side of it, you got to know what not to give energy to, right? And he talked about the Jim Jones. He talked about he named like 50 people where he was just like, they'll say something, it's just like, man, I'm not entertaining that. Come on, you trying to be relevant.
Yeah, mostly Ross though. See, I didn't even think of Ross in that way until just recently when dropping music. You like, yeah, Ross. They really ain't doing too much stepping outside, but Ross do have that food shit.
Yep.
But that's because what he rap about. But I don't hear really people like, oh, I'm going to fucking Wingstop because Ross Wingstop is nasty, bro.
They fries good though.
They fries are good.
But yeah, hero. They go any chance if you ever get a Wingstop sponsorship or endorsement out the window.
Out the window.
Nah, not really though, because now they gonna invite us there to show us it's not that nasty.
We enemies or we friends? We enemies or we friends?
Are we enemies or we friends?
You gotta come try this lemon pepper.
Yeah.
What you mean we nasty? What you eat?
Where you been? B-Dubs? Buffalo Wild Wings? That's your king? That's your king?
Fell off. I used to love them.
Hard. They fell off hard.
Like how you got dry wings, bro? They are dipped in sauce. I was so hurt, bro.
Somebody said they spray paint the sauce on. That shit had me crying.
Man, that's it, bro. That's horrible. I had some wings. They taste like they were refried a couple times. Like what the? I'm like
tragic.
This wing so motherfucking tragic. It's like a well done steak. This shit is hard.
Hey, they hit you with the late night Harold special.
Bro, even worse, bro. No way I should be chewing wings like gum. It's not even that much of a piece of meat to be just almost just like God damn.
Crazy.
A piece of flesh stuck in my teeth? How?
Tragic. What else we got here? We talked a little bit about the Get Rich film versus the 8 Miles and the perception of black films and how they don't do. I'm happy you got to see that movie American Fiction, JB. I don't know if you've seen it, Rob. You should definitely go see it. American Fiction is amazing. But
whose side are you on now, Jeremiah?
Yeah, whose side is you on?
Do you remember our debate?
No, I don't remember y'all debate. What was the debate?
It was about why that she was mad, and he was catching on like, how could you be mad that this book was chosen? It's exactly how your book is. Yeah.
So are you on her side or are you on his side?
I'm on his side.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
You're tripping. It's the exact same book. Exactly. It's the exact same thing.
But she tried to make it seem like she went into like he was like, no, she actually went out and studied and did research. No, she just made nigga shit.
Hey,
did you watch it yet, Rob? Oh, okay.
We'll wait. You know what? Maybe, hey, Rob, you see that movie next week? Maybe we'll do a movie review on American Fiction.
And I'll be wanting to do that too, bro. I want to have like movie or TV show, but I want to do it in the midst of watching it. Like in the middle of a scene, I want to stop and comment. Bro. I'll be so mad about certain shit. Yeah, like that Mia Khalifa movie.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a great movie. I don't. I would have
It's
to.
not that great of a movie though. It's like
I heard it was
as a
just a Tyler Perry movie.
yeah. But it was one of his best movies. But it
It's
wasn't
one of his
good.
best
It wasn't
movies.
good. Like so, let's say you a lawyer, right? As a professional, you do not step outside your means. Most men would try not to, especially as a black man. But if you're a black woman lawyer and you look good, you're gonna do everything you can to not make your position seem like it's a sexual job.
Job for sure.
So the first thing that was wrong is this nigga like touched her. Boom, you supposed to drop him as a client.
Yeah, drop him
Nah, she
immediately.
fucking got him holding her hand, pain, flirting, and now it was just all kind of crazy shit.
Oh,
Like this
what movie
nigga,
is this, bro?
Mia
This
Cole.
me and Copa.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw
So that's what I'm saying. Like all back, she supposed to be done with him, but then now he facing life in prison. He just lost the love of his life. Day two, he trying to fuck the lawyer. Like nigga, it's like,
Then got the neighbor.
He's stressed out, bro.
He's
Then he got the
stressed
neighbor
out.
coming, knocking him down.
yeah.
He's stressed out. He ain't thinking clearly.
JB,
Your
all
life is on the line.
JB, always the optimistic.
Nah,
Yeah, you know.
no, your life is on the line. I see if it's right before your trial, you know you lost. But nigga, you just starting to fight the case. You just choosing a lawyer, man.
Yeah.
You still trying to club and go to whorehouses.
Yeah.
And if she come in and see you fucking, leave out like, all right, I'm gone. Get a phone call to her husband in another place now. Now she turn around. In the midst of you fucking, she want to fuck. But now, I feel bad. But we gonna get on a motorcycle, go fuck on paint. This nigga ain't even wash up. He just put on some clothes and came from raw dog and this white girl to raw dog and her. Like, come on, man. What type of profession, like, what type of, intelligence do these people hold? They supposed to be smart and, like, that.
Well, and like what somebody say, if the movies made sense, there wouldn't be a movie, right? So you got to take
a lot of stuff makes sense, bro, according to what they are, but not Tyler Perry ever.
Tyler Perry ever.
He said it's not Tyler Perry ever.
It just never makes sense, bro.
I would have to see what the legal ramifications for us watching like movies that are being claimed and stuff like that. But there are
how they do it. They people do it and they play like music just loud enough for people to hear, but not like fucking overshadowing the movie or whatnot.
Well,
So
they don't show the movie.
So like for me, I have two things that are at my disposal. I have a program that lets me take away the audio, so we can hear it, but when it goes to Twitch, no one can hear the audio. And usually when they do claims like that, it's always based off of audio. But think about it. I think that's a good.
Yeah,
good
that's what I was
step.
saying. Like when you go on TikTok, they had a music playing
Yeah.
in the background while they showing the movie or TV show.
Yeah.
So that they can't be sued for or get it taken down because it's extra stuff on top of it.
Or maybe I could just I'll write the company and be like, hey, you want somebody to talk shit about your movie? I got this dude named Black. He'll do that shit for you.
I want to talk. I be wanting to do that with every movie and TV show I be watching. I be want to stop in the middle of a scene and comment and see if people thought the same thing I thought. Like this was stupid. Why would they? Because you know how they make TV shows now. They leave out certain information that wouldn't bring all the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Every Power and Game of Thrones and all of that. Like the beginning of Game of Thrones, Rob, like the daddy wouldn't have died if he'd have said certain shit to certain people right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you let this nigga go out and hunt without telling him that everything was being fucked up already. You was already investigating this shit. You didn't tell your family certain stuff, and now you get killed. Like every TV show is like that.
It's procedural.
And if we're able to see it, yeah, if we're able to see it, I feel like they should change it up. If we know everything that's going on in every movie. Like I knew off back the fucking family had something to do with it. Once he called, I'm like, okay, it's your fault. It's the family doing it. He's like, no, you come back home. She already there. Why would she come back home and wait for your dude to get out there when her dude can get there the same day and then go find the girl? That doesn't even make sense. And you go to the house, bitch. You know it's them that's doing it. And bro, his mama telling his wife what to do, and then his brother telling her what to do. He just sitting at the table letting them. This is your wife, nigga. You ain't about to tell my wife to sit at the other end of the table while I sit next to my ex.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Get the fuck out of here, man. You can't even be here. Why you invite my ex? You invite my ex to a party, I ain't coming. What type of shit is that? Me and
The
my
le-
girl come to a party, my ex that party. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
The
You gotta
the
go.
le- the levels of disrespect. All right, do we got anything else in the book? Or are we wrapping?
That whole movie was disrespectful, bro. You
We
say what?
wrapping. Anything else we want to put in the book? I think next week's the last one.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're starting the Coach Prime book.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
Get
All
some
right.
sports. We had enough drama.
Yeah, enough drama. I want to figure out what Coach Prime talking about.
With his speech impediment.
He could run for president.
Oh, for sure. No, he can't. No, people hate him already.
maybe mayor.
Oh,
What?
he could definitely win. He can win Democratic states everywhere.
Who hates Prime?
Prime.
What you
Why
mean? What?
He not standing. He not standing in the nigga place. You not noticing that? You see how all the coaches are all mad that he do what he do. It's not procedural. It's not what everybody. It's not tradition. The way he moves.
He Prime. He always been like this.
He's always been like that. You got to get used to it.
But he talks too much. They talk about he talks too much. Like, nigga, what?
That's why them glasses sold like they did. I got me a pair too. That's why I sold like they did.
Send me the link. They want you to shut up and sit and dribble the ball.
They want you to shut up and dribble. For sure. They hate it when you do it, when you don't. All right, then, fellas. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate everybody watching, tuning in. We had a good, decent crowd. At one point, we had like 13 people in here. So I appreciate y'all. I'm not.
They see black talk shit.
Yeah, really, it's becoming an hour. It's becoming an hour. It's just to come here and watch black talk shit. It's great.
I'm the Cam and Mace of the pod.
I'll catch up with y'all. Appreciate you.
Love, bro.
Peace.
Peace. A great time. Oh, it's a great time.
Get down.
Yeah.